Hey Amanda. So I was planning on posting a video yesterday. Basically the video that I wanted to post I'm entirely underqualified to edit, so you're getting this video first. And the reason that it took me even longer to post this video is mostly because if the rest of this is out of focus, I might throw something. You might be getting this video later if my camera keeps dying like this. Basically, technology hates me. There's this organization called We Need Diverse Books, which you've probably heard some about. I made my Project Frostin' video on it, and a bunch of other people did their Project Frostin' videos on it. I'll always put some links down below, as well as the link to the project itself. It's a really cool organization. They were actually on the top 20 list for the Project Frostin', so they got, I think, $10,000 from that, which is absolutely terrific. And basically, a few weeks ago, at the beginning of the year, they posted a thing talking about pledging to read a certain number of books throughout the year of 2015. Now, as you know, I'm a very indecisive person, and I'm really bad about picking up books, starting them, feeling like I'm not in the right mood, or it's not the right whatever, putting them back down, and maybe coming back to them later. So I'm very bad at this kind of thing, but I'm going to try to actually read the things that I'm pledging to read, I guess. Well, I'm not really sure about pledging a set number because I'm not really sure what the year's going to entail. There are books that I know that I want to have finished by the end of the year. So right now, I'm reading Love is the Higher Law by David Levithan. David Levithan is a young adult LGBT author, and this book is about a few different characters' experiences with 9/11 and how they deal with that sort of trauma afterward. It's good so far. I'm almost halfway through it. The other one that I've been wanting to read is 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. This is about women in Afghanistan. It follows, I think, two different characters' experiences throughout the book. I've read The Kite Runner by him. It's excellent. So I'm hoping that this one will be really good too. Another one that I plan on reading is sort of a classic, Beloved by Toni Morrison. I've read one Toni Morrison novel before, and it was really good. So I'm hoping that this is going to be good, and it's about a woman who is a slave at around the time of the United States Civil War, and I believe she escapes from slavery, and then the whole Civil War thing happens, so I don't know exactly how that impacts everything. But it's her story as a slave and afterwards. Another one that I want to read, The Land of Stories by Colfer, who's a gay actor and writer and also a bit of an advocate. I know he's done stuff with the Trevor Project. It's sort of a children's-ish book, clearly not like a little children's book. It's about these twins who, I guess, sort of fall into a book, The Land of Stories. I'm about a quarter of the way through it, which I would show you if my butt of a cat had not ripped out my bookmark. Another book that I would like to read, Mama Day by Gloria and Naylor. It's about the inhabitants of an island off of Georgia. The inhabitants are descendants of slaves. There's a whole lot that has to do with, like, respecting your ancestry and the idea of, like, the motherland, and there's a bit of hoodoo and such. I don't know if it would completely fall under the umbrella of diverse literature, but Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which is about a little boy who lives in World War II Germany. His dad is a commander in Hitler's army. It's the experience of the little 9-year-old boy. It's very important to see these different perspectives throughout history. It's important to kind of be able to see history through different lenses. This lens of a 9-year-old boy. Usually when you see things about World War II, it's usually not through a pair of innocent eyes. This could be a very important perspective to see. Moving on to nonfiction. I really want to finish reading The Diary of Anne Frank. If anyone doesn't know, this is the actual journal of a young Jewish girl who lived in Europe during the time of World War II. It's her experience right before going into hiding and after going into hiding from the troops of Nazi Germany. Another one that I'm going to read is On the Res by Ian Frazier. It's basically about a certain American Indian or Native American reservation. Basically about the reservation and about the people in the reservation and how all of that is, what they're going through. I guess sort of like the state of it all, because a lot of the reservations are some of the poorest places in the U.S., according to the back of this book, or one of the reasons that I'm sort of interested in this. I don't really know a whole lot about Native Americans, and I never really thought about it until I read The Absolute True Diary of a Part-Time Indian for my young adult lit class. It's really good, but there are a lot of stereotypes and a lot of actual happenings in reservations and such that I have never even thought about. So I thought reading a book about it would be good. Lastly, a book that I plan on reading that I don't actually have yet, but I just ordered it on Better World Books. I Am Malala, which is by this past year's Nobel Peace Prize winner, who is an advocate for children and women's right to an education. It's about being an advocate for something like women's rights in an environment that is as hostile towards women like the Middle East. She actually gets shot by the Taliban and survives. So this is her book, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. Hopefully I can get all of these read. If I don't get these read, then other good books with different perspectives will be in their place. That's all that I have that at least I can cram into this video. So I guess I'll see you on Saturday or Sunday. Cat, you just lost my spot in my book! You piece of crap! Look at that face. Look at that dumb face. She just lost the spot in my book. She doesn't even care. She's going in the corner. She's in timeout. Stupid cat. Got my shot out of focus, cat. Look what you did.